the shack that Abednego taken from their home of Israel to serve in King Nebuchadnezzar's army in Babylon. That's where the story of which our scripture tells us takes place. I've never really lived anywhere other than Charlotte, but my faith story has undergone some changes. I've had to learn about faith and the landscape of my childhood changed. I remember growing up here at St. John's. My mother would gratefully drop me off for a brief respite at the Mother's Morning Out program. That program was pretty much her saving grace. Once dropped off, I remember running down the hallways to the bye-bye buggy. It was pretty much a giant red stroller that would hold about 8 kids. Once in the buggy, we'd be strolled down the hallways of this church, and we would then go to our classroom, have a snack, sing God Our Father, and then play for what seemed like hours with the mismatched dress-up clothes and blocks. And every day, we would have a lesson. And I remember being told, pray, God will help you. Being 4 years old, I obviously expected immediate results. So that night, when me and my mother went to an early dinner, I prayed that she would let me have soda instead of water. Lo and behold, the waitress came my way with a Sprite. I continued my attendance here at St. John's every Sunday since I quickly grew out of Mother's Morning Out. Poor Mom. My idea of faith still hadn't changed much. Now, I'm going to jump to my 7th birthday. This was a horrible birthday. My grandfather, George Deal, was being buried on that day. He was the man that was and still is my hero to this day. Some of you may remember him as the usher who used to greet you at the back doors of this church. A few of you may know him by his nickname, Doug, due to the fact that he was a boxer. Yet, a more gentle soul never existed. And he was so sweet to me when he became sick, basically due to old age. So, I did what I was taught. I prayed. I saw no results. He didn't get better. So, I continued to pray again and again and again. At first, I thought it was because I wasn't talking to God loud enough, and then I considered the fact that maybe I'd done something wrong. I was dumbfounded. I could find no answer. My God, where is he? My grandpa was a great man, to me and to many others. I can still remember running out of those sanctuary doors right there and finding him waiting for me with a tissue full of candy that he had hand-selected for me that morning. He was wonderful, and he was a husband, a father, a grandfather, a World War II veteran, a boxer, a best friend, a hero, a great Christian. I could go on and on about him. This is why I was confused. He's so great. Why does he have to leave? I racked my brain for weeks. I grew a sort of resentment towards God. That didn't last long, though. I forgave him, but my heart was still broken. I continued my growth as a Christian at this church, and I began to understand a little more about why God works the way he does. Maybe it was just because I came to terms with that death is part of life, and although I hated losing my grandpa, he lived a long, good life. And he left me memories that I can cherish forever. So I had some peace about God. That wasn't until about 4 years ago. My cousin, Jonathan Sapp, better known as Goose, was diagnosed with brain cancer. Slowly, we learned more and more about his disease. We knew it was inoperable, and we knew it was bad. Everyone was pretty much caught up. Everyone seemed to know exactly what was going on, except for me. I was maybe 13 or 14 years old. I didn't know what to think or what to do. This was my cousin. He was full of life, and he was young, so I expected everything to turn out okay. I heard someone ask me to pray. Pray. I thought, gosh, I hadn't done that in a while, and that was the truth. I didn't see the point, but I did so anyways. I'd already lost my grandpa. I was not willing to lose another family member. So I prayed all the time. I thought to myself, was broken once again. My once firefighter cousin, who I looked up to so much, was now looking up to me as he lay in a hospital bed. Jonathan and I grew very close the last few months of his life. All I wanted to do was to see him, but that was difficult since he was often sick. I looked at the sky the day Jonathan died. It was gray outside. I just looked up and cried. This God, where is he? I lost 2 people who I cared about deeply. What was I to do? I just shut down. I didn't want to go to church. I felt forgotten, and I did not want to show God that I was okay with this. I did still feel like going to church though, but for all the wrong reasons. I would go to see my friends and my family, and for a while, that was all I was worried about. I would shut anyone out who tried to convince me to become a more devout Christian. I didn't want to forgive God. I wanted to hate him, but I found this task next to impossible. For about 2 years, I resisted God. I didn't think about him, I didn't talk to him, and I did nothing to show that I was present for God. Then one day, I just sat in my room and cried. I don't know why, I just did. I picked up my Bible and immediately blamed on the passage that I needed to hear. He will not break eventually. He will not put out a dimly lit burning flame. He will be faithful and make everything right. Isaiah chapter 42, verse 3. I thought about this for a while. I interpreted this as God will not stray from me. He knew I was broken, but he stayed with me. He knew I wasn't exactly perfect, and he stayed with me. Even when he knew I didn't want his presence, he stayed with me. Perhaps God knew my grandfather was ready, and when the time came, I think Jonathan was ready too. I just wasn't ready to let go. And I had my family there, luckily, and along with the never-wavering support of God, I found that I wasn't alone in my suffering, and I wasn't alone in celebrating 2 young men who left this world way too early. Faith is different for everyone. Everyone's journey is different. The crosses we all have to bear are different. But each one of us all have a unique way that we can lend support to one another. And while the journey of faith is different for anyone, faith is for all ages. And each of us brings something to the community that is helpful for others. I'm still figuring it out. And I now know faith isn't simply getting what you want, even if what you want is good. Like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, I want to trust that God will deliver. But it's the but if not part that I'm working on. As I grow in my faith, I'm still coming to terms with losing people. It's not an easy journey. I don't think it is for anyone, though. Understanding God's will is also another learning subject for me. And though I can't put it into simple words, I do feel like I'm making progress, like I'm getting there, no matter how slowly. I believe I will eventually grasp a fuller understanding of who our God is. Maybe it's like that day when I got tired of being angry and decided to choose life, even when it's not perfect. To choose love, even when you know that earthly relationships end. To choose a way forward, even when you don't know exactly what that way is. And to choose